back, race fans, to the tunnel turn, where things can get hairy.
That's the way we like them.
Yep, I'm Phil. This is the lovely Christina.
How you doing? And welcome to our Vegas recap. This is round 2 of the playoff races.
Yep. I mean, and you know what? Usually Vegas is not always the most exciting race, but this race was a very good race, I gotta say.
It had its up and down moments for me.
Because you didn't know who was going to be winning. I mean, you had Hamlin up front for the first stage, and you had Chase up front, and you had different cars that were fast. Bowman was coming up, and
I'm sorry, I remember Chase taking the lead like right away before Hamlin.
True, but Hamlin came and got the lead and won the stage.
It's
Chase
still,
took it back, but still between the two, it looked like those guys were going to be the contenders. Bowman then was starting to sneak his way in there, and
God knows you were poking me the whole damn race. Look, it's Bowman. He's
right.
in the race. It's Bowman.
That's right.
He was so happy.
Well, because I told you Bowman was coming back, and he got himself another top 5. He actually had a car that could have won today. But, they went and tried the pit strategy because they knew they were going to be 5 laps short on that last run. So they said, you know what? There's been a lot of green flag runs, which that's been a theme this year. There has been a lot of green flag runs pretty much all year. Mm-hmm. So they try to, let's split it in half so I can have fresher tires longer, and that'll be better in the long run. But yeah, 5 laps after they pit, here comes the caution, and you got only 10 cars on the lead lap.
Well, welcome to racing. I mean, that's
right. Sometimes you take the chance and roll the dice. That's what happens. Kurt Busch and others stayed out.
You haven't said in a while. It's the bear one.
Which one?
The one that the bear gets you.
Oh, sometimes you get the bear. Sometimes the bear gets you.
That's what I like.
So Kurt Busch was able to take full advantage. He didn't pit, so that put him in front of all the other. He was the best car of who was still left on the lead lap when the caution came out. Because even when those fast cars, when they did get the wave around, they were on older tires. They were 15 cars back.
No kidding.
With lapped cars that they had to deal with because they had the wave around.
Let's talk a little bit about winner picks, though. My winner pick, Joey Logano. You know what? Sometimes what goes around comes around, and I think it came around for Joey Logano today because
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch, thank you. Kyle Busch made sure to pay him back. Last week.
Kyle Busch, man, that was definitely all fair right there. Because, you could say, Denny Hamlin is, I'm sorry. Kyle Busch freaking clobbered him in the side.
Oh, yeah.
And that cut his tire and with no cautions.
Yeah, and after that, he couldn't find his way back up there.
He was just forever trying to get back on the lead lap because with lack of cautions and as fast as guys like Hamlin and Chase were early on, they were just lapping the field, and he didn't have a chance to get back on the lead lap until 15 laps to go on that caution.
Where'd your winner pick finish?
1 spot above Joey Logano.
Okay, so I don't feel so bad then.
In 13th. Keselowski, he just had, his car just wasn't right.
There's all that Penske power we're talking about.
Yeah. Although Ryan Blaney was fast. He was in around the top 5 pretty much all day and ended up 7th. He's not in the playoffs, though. But, Matt DiBenedetto, 2nd place. I know he's also not a playoff guy, but...
Keep him in the 21.
Yeah.
Do not kick Matt Benedetto out of the 21. If you're crazy, you're going to kick him out. But you're not, Wood Brothers. Keep Matt Benedetto in the 21.
Yeah, that would be good, because... Matt DiBenedetto is doing better than he did last year, and even the 21 car is doing better than it did last year.
Mm-hmm. You found your driver in the 21. Keep him.
Mm-hmm. But let's get to the winner.
And all Kurt that Busch. Talking, we still haven't talked about the winner,
right.
which is one of our favorite drivers, too, by the way.
I love Kurt Busch, man. That guy, he's been around for a while. He's had some rough years.
We were actually there when he won his first championship.
Yep, yes, we were. We were there when a tire fell off, and he was lucky to get on pit road. And...
he was right there. Thank God. Tire went one way, thankfully pit road was there, and he went the other.
Just missed that wall. So close, but he got to pit road, got back on the track, did good enough to win the race. Win the championship.
I remember he was going against Mark Martin that year, another year that Mark Martin came in the Cinderella spot.
Yeah, everybody was wearing their Mark Martin gear. I was probably one of the few wearing Kurt Busch gear.
I was right there with you.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
Good times, good times.
Yeah, it was.
You know, but Kurt's...
It's nice to see him in victory lane in his home track.
Right, which was his first win. We talked about it, earlier with in our live feed for our power rankings. That Kurt has never won here at Las Vegas, which is crazy because it's his home track. Well, now he won here. Great interview after the race, and just see the raw emotion on him spelling out the Las Vegas with his checkered flag after the race on the track. I mean, that was a really great win. I mean,
it's good to see him in victory lane, and I think as far as Kurt Busch goes, if there's a bucket list for NASCAR, he's won the big ones. Mm-hmm. You know, he's won his home track. He's won the championship. I don't think there's much more that's kick a mark off the bucket list, for NASCAR.
No, there ain't. I mean, he's pretty much done it all. I mean, what else does he have to achieve other than just get whatever he can at this point? I mean, he's having fun, he's enjoying it, and he's still winning races. So great win for Kurt Busch. I mean,
I was glad to see Kurt Busch up there. I mean, it's been a long time, and I like that kid, so I'm glad he's there.
Kid?
I know
he's as old as us.
He's probably my age. It's just
I know, it's just hard to not call driver kid. It's all good, though.
It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Just ask Dede.
All right, going back to his brother Kyle, he said he had a dismal day. He finished 6th. I mean, he didn't do all that bad. I mean...
We're talking about Kyle Busch?
Yeah, Kyle Busch.
Yeah, but you know him. If he ain't winning, he ain't happy.
Right. That's why it was dismal for him, because he knows he's running out of races to get a win in 2020. And that's what that man wants.
I know,
he wants a win.
Well, how many races are left?
6.
He got 6 races to keep the streak going. Right. Can you imagine? Ever since he's been in NASCAR, he's won a race every year. And
there's still some races that he can win in there, so...
We hope so.
We're not going to count him out of it yet. He can still win a race.
I mean, Dega's next. You know how Dega is.
Mm-hmm. Kevin Harvick I guess that's a dismal day for him in 10th. I mean, how often... Usually Kevin Harvick, is always up there, but...
That's all the neither here or there.
He had such a cushion.
But he's, as I was going to say, he's sitting pretty. He got nothing to worry about right now.
Right. I mean... Going through the rest of the playoff drivers, I mean, Clint Boyer finished about where Clint Boyer does in 12th.
He's almost out. Bye, Clint Boyer. I hope you're gone soon. I really hope you're out of the 14.
Almirola, I guess his good run is up 17th. That's just...
Put him in the 14. Why don't you do that? If you want to keep Clint Boyer, why don't you switch him? Put Almirola in the 14 and Clint Boyer in the 10.
Yeah. But Chase Elliott, man, he was fast. But, man, that last restart, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time and got stuck behind Ryan Newman on the top of the 3-wide situation. And that last restart, backwards.
Well, if you read Twitterverse, you would think, he just blatantly held him up like Joey Logano did last week. But
no, I don't think it was
watching the race, I think he was just, he got stuck behind him.
Right.
And trust me, we know... Newman can hold people up, because that's one of the things that Newman was always known for. And that's why I don't understand some of the hate on Joey Logano, like we were talking about the other day. People used to love Newman because when you got up to Newman, at least as a fan, I don't know about a driver, you might not like Newman as much as a driver, but as a fan, you knew when you got up to Newman, and if he was your driver, you were not going to pass him by hook or crook, because he was going to either keep you behind him or take you out with him.
He was a pain in the ass to pass.
Right. And
no doubt about that.
I have no problem with the fact Joey Logano's the same way. I'm sorry. You're not supposed to move out of the way.
Right. But this wasn't necessarily that. Newman, it was just on the outside of 3-wide, and Newman was slow, and Chase was just stuck behind him as cars were just going by. He lost 10 to 15 spots right there at the end and finished 22nd. I mean...
Right, just wrong place, wrong time.
He had a top 5 car. That's 10 to 15 points right there. Gone.
It sucks, though. Because he's in my top 4, and that makes him really close. That's too close for me.
Speaking of top 5 cars that got screwed, I mean, look at poor Austin Dillon. He was fast. He was a top 5 car. He might have been able to contend for a little bit more, but... belts break, all of a sudden he's overheating, can't steer it, and
That sucks for this
It's
kid because it's just I love seeing this kid up there every week. I want to see him be a contender in it. I want him to see him shake up this top four.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm wrong and some of these kids get up there, then I'm wrong. Shake up the top four.
Yeah, he was.
But it's sad to see.
Yeah, he did really good. I mean, it was the 4th race in a row that he was going to be great. He was the playoff surprise. But mechanical failures, 32nd place.
Welcome back to reality.
That's 20 to 25 points gone, just like that.
Just like that.
So let's look at the points. Kurt Busch, with his big win, goes from the bottom of the grid to the top of the grid.
Just like that.
Just like that. And now he's on to the top 8, the round of 8, locked in, good to go.
My favorite thing to say, a win and you're in.
That's right. That's right. Harvick and Hamlin, obviously, you know, they're doing pretty dang good. They got all their points. But the other guys that had playoff points struggled. So all of a sudden, things are pretty close. I mean, these guys are not that far apart.
I know, and especially the playoffs, you know. You're running out, your tempers are going a little quicker than they normally would. You know, you don't have all the patience you normally would have. So I think that's where the struggle is coming in a little bit, because a lot of these guys who are normally patient throughout the year are knowing that there's only so many races left, and they got to get there. They're getting itchy fingered, and it's making mistakes.
Yeah, there is no more time to be patient. That's for dang sure.
Nope.
And especially Kyle Busch sitting there 9 points out. He needs to get a good finish, and he needs either Bowman, Chase, Logano, Truex, Keselowski to struggle, and he can get right up there, because he's really only 16 points out of 4th. That's really not a lot. It's really not a lot.
I know Kurt just messed up our top 4, but hey, I can deal with it.
Yeah. Hey, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
We shall.
All we know is Talladega is next week.
That's right.
Man, I'm ready. That's going to be a wild one.
Getting down to the nitty gritty.
Talladega is going to shake up these points. I can promise you that.
Can also promise you something else. We might be showing up at Talladega. Not the race, because we ain't going to be around that weekend, but we might be showing up at the track to check out Talladega.
Yep.
I'd love to see Talladega.
Yep, because we're going to try to do a little road trip, and maybe while we're on it, stop by a few tracks. We'll see what happens.
Yep, and we'll share that with you when we're there, the live. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we got something worth making a good video about.
Who knows?
And then after that, we also got the Roval for this.
Oh yeah, Roval! Cannot wait to watch Chase with that.
Yeah, that's going to be a really good race for Chase Elliott. Spoiler, that's going to be my pick for that race.
Sorry, I already picked him.
Well, there you go. But next we got Talladega.
Okay, but we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Wild Talladega.
Man, can you imagine, though, if he wins the Roval, though? That'll really shake up the top 4. Because think about it for half a second. We already got Kurt Busch in the top 4.
Well, the top 8, because we still got...
I know, but I'm thinking
a
little ahead, since we were thinking a little ahead as far as winning. So imagine we have not only Kurt Busch that we didn't expect in the top 4. I mean, we expected Chase Elliott, but now you got Kurt Busch and Chase Elliott, giving a win at the Charlotte Roval. That only leaves 2 spots left. And Harvick is most likely going to take 1. So
but that's going to reset in the round of 8. Don't forget.
What do you mean it's going to reset?
Because this puts Kurt in the round of 8, not in the top 4.
I know that, but I'm saying
if
I'm thinking ahead. Can you imagine if there was only 1 spot left between Harvick and Hamlin?
Yeah, because in the round of 8, say guys like Keselowski, Logano, and Elliott win those 3 races, then Harvick or Hamlin could be SOL for the title.
And that would be insane, especially if it's either one, honestly, considering the years both of them had. Right,
well, that's why we watch the races, because we could say, hey, this is how it should go until we get to the track.
And this is how it would go.
Right, we don't know how it will go. You never know how it'll go.
I think we covered it all today.
Yeah, that's about it. Although we do have our subscriber giveaway. When we get to 100 subscribers, we have our Jeff Gordon 1995 Championship tin with cards and certificate authenticity still inside in its original packaging.
That's right. And also, Christina's special 75 subscriber secret giveaway.
That has to do with your favorite driver.
That's right. So we've got to get to 75 before we can get to 100 to get that beautiful tin back there, which I'm dying to give out that beautiful tin.
Yeah, well, I was hoping to give it away this season, but if it goes over into next season, we'll still have it.
That's right, but that doesn't happen without your help. Like, subscribe, share, tell everybody about the Tunnel Turn.
So hang out with us, get us to 100 subscribers, and that could be yours. And then after that, we will have more. We'll have more. I mean, we could even get into some of these diecast cars behind us. Who knows?
You ain't giving my cars away.
Nah, not well. Or a diecast car. Maybe we can get something.
Who knows?
We'll see how it goes when we get there.
Check me out. I'm always around. Check out me on Twitter. I'm at Tunnel Turn Chris. That's CHRIS. No K's around here. Only little C.
And I am at Tunnel Turn Phill. That is Phill with 2 L's.
One of the few.
So that's all we have time for today. So until next time, have a good day.
Bye.